Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the Druid 1.5 prequest. This is for Druids who do not have their 1.0 but want to start the Druid 1.5 for their epic. And step 1 is to go to Jagged Pine Forest, hail Derek Goodroot, and say, "What about the Potamades?" And a very easy way to get there if you're a Druid is just use your port spell. Just go to Antarctica, Shortfall Glade, Jagged Pine Forest, and you will be able to port in from Shortfall Glade right here. Derek Goodroot should be right in that little house area. You can also use tracking to find him. I didn't exactly know where to go when I first started the quest, so I'm doing a little bit of exploring here at first, but eventually I find him here. And you want to hail him and type in, "What about the Potamades?" I believe that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if it's wrong. So after you go through the dialogue, the next step is to go to Plane of Growth and forage a redwood seed, and then return it to Derek Goodroot. So here we are in Plane of Growth, and what you'll need to do is forage a redwood seed. And I had luck over by Tuner's Tree, if you know where that's located in the Plane of Growth, or you can just forage it anywhere in the zone. So once you get the seed, transport back to Derek Goodroot, hand him the seed, and go through the dialogue, and you'll need to say seed rituals to get the next step. So the next step is to go to Dragon Necropolis and loot and unkempt seed rituals from Shateri Hoarders or Shateri Pack Rats. And to get to Dragon Necropolis, just go from Cobalt Scar to Siren's Grotto, remember to Exodus, then go to Western Wastes, and then you'll be there. Just go to Dragon Necropolis from Western Wastes, and here we are, down where the mobs that drop the item are. It's by where Zealander spawns, by the waterfall, if you're familiar with the zone. And go through the waterfall and defeat a lot of the enemies that are back here. And there it is. It looks like a book. So what you do is you transport back and hand the book in to Derek, and you're ready for the next step. Okay, so after giving the seed to Derek, he'll give you a 4-slot container called the Aerial Pot. Next step is to go to Inithul Swamp and forage an earthy loam. So here we are in Inithul Swamp. And it took me about 5 tries of foraging before I got the item. Sometimes it'll take a little bit longer for people, but this was pretty easy. There we go. Alright, so after you have that, the next step is to go to Barandu and loot an unpowered earth from a controlled churner. I'm going to show you an example of where the placeholders are right now, because this will probably end up being your longest step. It took me forever to actually get the item, so this is the bottleneck in the quest. So if you follow along closely, I'll show you exactly where the 4 placeholders are. So there's the first one, and this is zoning in from either guild hall or using your port spell. And there's 4 mobs in total that you have to dispose of. So watch closely at where I'm defeating these guys. So there's 2 near the zone in, and there's one over where you get the Vexed instance. and they're all located where there's crops growing and there's a wagon. Sometimes the mob you want will drop the item, sometimes it won't. So even if you get it to spawn, he's not guaranteed to drop it. Alright, so the last one is over around the corner. And I'll show you where. And remember, there's only 4 placeholders, so you might have a lot of time on your hands if the mob isn't spawning and dropping the item for you. So bring a good book. Alright, there's the 4th one. And in the example, the mob we need has not spawned, but eventually I did get him to spawn and drop the item, which you can see right here. So on to the next step. You need to go to the Plane of Storms, hail Bitrick the Unkempt near the tunnel area at the end. Be sure to say ill-tempered giant to him and continue several times. And eventually the corrupted Voilis will spawn nearby. Defeat him and loot the corrupted storm giant heart. And while you're there, be sure to forage the pure rain. So here we are. And hail him. And I believe you'll need to say continue a number of times in order to get the corrupted Voilis to spawn. I'm not sure of that, but just keep doing continue because I think there's some kind of hidden flag that you need to go through in order to get this guy to spawn. Not 100% sure, but just to be on the safe side, just follow this dialogue. So once he does spawn, I'll show you on the map, if you look closely, where I got him to spawn. So once he's done for, loot the heart, and be sure to stay a while and forage the pure rainwater that you need. Okay, so once you have foraged the pure rainwater, make your way back to Jagged Pine Forest, and you'll hand the corrupted storm giant heart into Derek Goodroot. You'll receive the heart back along with a 2-slot cleansing bowl. Combine the corrupt storm giant heart with the pure rainwater, and this creates a storm giant heart. Okay, now combine the earthy loam, empowered earth, storm giant heart, and redwood seed in the aerated pot to create a seed of wrath. And then hand the seed of wrath back to Derek Goodroot. So here's an example. My druid just finished this quest today. So hand him the corrupted hearts. He'll give you the cleansing bowl. Be sure to do the combine in an open inventory slot, because you can't do container and container combines. So just move it to your main inventory. The corrupted storm giant heart on one side and the pure rainwater on the other. Combine it, and you have a storm giant heart. And now simply combine the 4 items. Hit combine and just hand it to him. And that's about it. You're now flagged to start your 1.5. So it's really that easy. The quest is pretty simple. You just need a lot of patience and a good foraging skill. Alright, thanks.